Now, just on that subject, despite all the bells and whistles and red carpet of the Trump meeting with Putin in Alaska, not much has happened.
No, we haven't really seen any substantive change. And I think the fact that we saw um, targeted bombings and targeted strikes right before the follow-up meeting between Trump and the European partners who accompanied Zelensky in his trip to Washington suggests that there is not going to be much movement there. And recent polling suggests that Americans have increasingly soured on the prospect that President Trump is going to be able to move negotiations forward at all, which is resurfacing the longstanding debate that we've seen within the Republican Party itself between old school Reaganite hawks on one hand who want to support Ukraine and adopt a hard line against Russia, and the new wave Republicans who are much more sympathetic to Putin as a representative of the sort of populist nationalism that lies at the heart of their own personal ideology.
Dr. Patrick Schoettmer, are we seeing any noise from the Democratic Party? Are we seeing any potential leaders, or do they continue to be muted?
Well, usually when a party is out of power, when they lose a presidential election, there's a little bit of wandering in the desert. So it's not really that surprising that we've not seen like a single leader emerge. We probably won't see a central leader begin to emerge in the Democratic Party until after the midterm elections next year. We'll see some jockeying, and we have begun to see Democrats begin to send out feelers for the presidential election race. We see some people trying to position themselves to be the leader, particularly Gavin Newsom, who's adopted both a aggressive rhetorical line of attack against the president, but also has adopted Trump-like social media strategies to try to drive the message and take on sort of the aura of the party leadership. But I think the Democratic Party will continue to remain a little bit divided by itself as well as it tries to figure out its next direction.
Just finally, just on that, and for those that love news like you and I do, Gavin Newsom is the one fearless individual at the moment that is seeing an opportunity to attack rather than be attacked. It's happening from Donald Trump to him, but he is going back hard all the time. Even this morning, I was looking at his feed.
Well, I wouldn't say that Newsom is the only one, but I would say he's certainly the most prominent. Newsom has always had a really sharp nose for the political moment. He's coming out of California. I mean, he comes from San Francisco, so he understands technology, he understands the media there. And we can see him really effectively messaging online. But we have others coming from the House, for example. You've seen Jasmine Crockett rising. We see in New York City the candidacy of Zohran Mamdani energizing a different group of part of the Democratic coalition. We've seen Democrats winning surprise races in like Iowa, for example, which is leading to a potential retirement by Joni Ernst rather than facing re-election, where she might face shakier odds than one would normally expect. So there's a lot of ferment and turmoil going on under the ground, and Democrats have a lot of potential leads. You know, Newsom is, I think, the most prominent, but he's certainly not the only one.
Well, okay, we'll watch this space with interest, and those names, a couple of them aren't as prominent on the world stage. We'll watch and listen with interest. Good to talk to you, Dr. Patrick Schoettmer. We'll catch you soon.
Sounds good, Tim.